Let's go. Seafloor Oracle. Say that 5 times fast. Boom! With the Tyrant of Orazca. Let's go, baby. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse. Welcome back to another episode with Man on Man. And today, we've got a juicer for you. We've got Merfolks, baby. That is right. So let's go ahead and just start off. I guess this is kind of the one that first caught my eye. This is a mythic, the Tyrant of Orazca. Kumena, whenever, okay, so you can tap and untap Merfolk you control, make it unblocked, which can be relevant for a reason I'll get to here in a second, but tap 3 on untapped Merfolk you control, draw a card, or for 5, you can put a +1/+1 counter on everything. Pretty much this deck is a creature deck and it is aggressive, so we're just gonna be wanting to go wide as possible. So I thought, why not? We have Collected Company. I think we're all pretty aware of what Collected Company does, but a little sleeper of a card I kind of like is the Seafloor Oracle. Whenever a Merfolk you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. It's kind of like Toski, if you know that little squirrel thingy. It kind of works like that, but only for Merfolks. But you don't have to swing every single turn, so there's also that, and it does get buffed by our other Merfolk. So I really like this thing in maybe like a 2. I mean, you could probably run 3, but in an aggressive deck where we've got unblockable things like the Mist-Cloaked Herald, the Tyrant itself can become that. Really good. Mistbinder and the Hexcatcher here both give Merfolks +1/+1, which is great because that's all we're gonna do. Let's just go wide and just buff them up. What else is there? Pretty aggressive deck, pretty simple deck. I do have 3 of the Silvergill Adepts because whenever it enters the battlefield, draw a card, you have to reveal a Merfolk from your hand or pay 3. So late game, if you're kind of just sitting there with like maybe 1 or 2 cards in your hand, you got a Tyvar stand, you got a Collected Company, it's not very good because you don't have anything to reveal, and paying 5 is a little bit gross. So I am running 3. I think 4 is a little bit too cloggy for me, but hey, do what you will. Got the Tyvar stand because a creature deck always needs protection, and we are an aggressive deck, so buffing it up for +X, always good. I do have Mutavault. This is my first time ever playing it with Mutavault, but again, it's an all creature types. So if you have a not Trickster, a Hexcatcher and a Mistbinder out there, this is just a freaking 4/4 for 1. Pretty good. And let's see what else we got. We also got a Mindsinger. I'm running 3 of these, but I might kick this down to 2. It seems a little bit situational. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you're going to gain control of target creature with power less, not equal to, less than the power. So it has to pretty much be 1. This is nice with the Hexcatcher and the Mistbinder because obviously it bumps up its power, but again, it is a little bit niche, so I might kick this down to 2. And I might replace the Mindsinger with the Warden of the Waves, make it 2 and 2, but spells your opponents cast to target a Merfolk is going to be 2 as well as your abilities. So it just kind of buffs up and blocks them out from spot removal if you don't have a Tyvar stand. This is just like a permanent one, and that's really nice. So Seafloor Oracle, I mean, again, Collected Company is just going to put us everything out. Last but not least, we got Merfolk Trickster. Because this is 2 blue, specifically 2 blue, I do run 2 of them instead of 4. I think this is probably better off that way. You can use this to push for game. It does have flash, so there's a lot of different things we can do. But basically, this is it. Let's just go wide on our Merfolks. Let's draw a lot of cards. Let's buff them up. Let's just get into it. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this. Helps out the channel tremendously. Subscribe if you have not already. And consider joining the channel. I do have that as an option now. That would be a great way to support me. But without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Woot Tiller, how are we doing here? I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. Fix up, we got the Seafloor Oracle. Kind of a little tongue twister there. And we top deck into our Mist-Cloaked Herald. Don't even have to miss our 1-drop. We are an aggressive deck, so that is gonna be very nice, especially on the draw here. So, Azorius, looks like we're just gonna be playing pretty cookie cutter Azorius, but that's okay. We've got plenty of tools to kind of screw them up. The only question is like, we have the Merfolk Trickster. Do we want to do that, or do we want to go for blue, or rather green, for the Tyvar stand? I think because if we're playing control, I don't really care about my life too much. So let's go ahead and just go for the breeding pool. Yeah, I like this a little bit more. I'm going to go for the Trickster just because if they're running counter spells, I think I'd rather just play this now. I mean, it kind of sucks that we're using the Trickster, not really the fun way, but as a 2/2 vanilla is what it is. Lay down to arms. Okay. Not the end of the world. We got a lot of firepower in our hand here, but Merfolks, that's typically what Merfolks do. Lots of firepower. Let's go ahead and play down the lovely Tyrant, but I guess we might as well swing in first. Let's get our damage in. We always could go for Tyvar stand. Because we have Collected Company and the Seafloor Oracle, I'm just going to go ahead and play the Tyrant right now. If they've got a counter, which is very likely considering that it's blue, yeah, make the spear. It is what it is. It's okay. We still have the Oracle and a Collected Company to recover from whatever they might have, so I'm feeling pretty okay about this, honestly. March of Otherworldly Light, but they do have to tap out. They did have to tap out for that. That's a pretty hefty thing to do. I'm gonna go for the Collected Company. Oh, we just got a Tyrant. Oh, that's kind of yucky. Collected Company only grabs one creature instead of the Tyrant. I mean, at least they don't play anything else. That's kind of nice. So now we gotta make a decision. I mean, we could go for the Oracle, but no, let's not go for the Oracle just because it's a little too fragile to play. Let's go for the Silvergill Adept, reveal our Herald, and then take our draw. I think this is a little bit better. This way we can hold up the Tyvar stand after we play the Herald. I think I like this a little bit more. And here we go. Oh, March of Otherworldly Light. Oh, so they're... Wow, okay. So... I think we'll let them have that. I don't think we're ready to waste the Tyvar stand. I think we play down the Mist-Cloaked Herald. I'd rather keep my Tyvar stand for either the Tyrant or the Seafloor Oracle. I think the Oracle or the Tyrant's going to be a little bit more important to keep. The Adept kind of did its job by drawing me a card, so... Still got the Tyvar stand, and next turn, with the Seafloor Oracle, again, kind of a tongue twister. Anything kind of ties up my tongue, I'm not going to lie to you. So let's see what they play here. Hopefully they tap out as well. They do. They tap out for the March of Otherworldly Light, so we can make this equals 1. This is the same difference as 0, just for funsies, but we say no. Our Tyrant is protected, looking good there. Ooh, and we even get a Warden of the Waves. Let's go. Seafloor Oracle. Say that 5 times fast. Boom, with the Tyrant of Orazca. Let's go, baby. Now we get 2 draws every single time a Merfolk attacks, or does combat damage, rather. We get a draw. 2 draws there. Now we're a little bit scared, though, because I didn't draw into another land. If we did, we could go in for the Hexcatcher. Wandering Emperor, okie dokie. Not the end of the world. Yeah, this isn't the end of the world. I'm gonna exile my Tyrant. Unfortunately, we cannot protect it with the Hexcatcher, which would have been really nice, but it is what it is. We're still gonna be okay, I believe. Alright, so the Mindsinger is pretty useless in this matchup. There's nothing really to steal. But, just trying to think how I want to do this. I think we're just going to drop the Hexcatcher. We want to buff up our creatures before we attack to get the maximum amount of damage. And now let's swing in, and we're going to get 2 more draws from the Seafloor Oracle. Seafloor Oracle, Seafloor Oracle, Seafloor Oracle, Seafloor Oracle, Seafloor Oracle. I got it 5 times. I think it was okay. I kind of ran out of breath a little bit, but... Alright, now we get more into a weird dilemma. We have no more protection, we just have creatures. So, like, do I want to drop the Warden of the Waves? But that puts us in a pretty weird spot in terms... Well, no, because we have the Hexcatcher. So I'm going to drop the Warden of the Waves. And we're not going to be able to go for a Sweeper because we can counter it. And spot removal, the Warden of the Waves counters it. I think we have him on lockdown, and we do! Dracotis, how we doing here? I'm going to go ahead and keep this. No 1-drop, but that is okay. We are on the play, so we'll be fine with that. We're going to drop our Breeding Pool. Our pretty alternate art Breeding Pool. Alright, what are we going against? Ooh, okay, whoa. So I was supposed to say Simic, but with the Deathrite Shaman, I guess it could be Simic, but more than likely than not, it's going to be Sultai then, so that'll be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pay this. We can go flash in the Merfolk Trickster. Do I want to do it at their upkeep is the only thing I'm kind of thinking of. I decide not to, but I don't know. They don't have anything in their graveyard, so now they got the Otherworldly Gaze. Let's go ahead and go for the Merfolk Trickster, just in case they mill something. I think this is fine. Let's go ahead and tap you out. You lose your abilities, and whatever the Otherworldly Gaze brings upon, we don't really have to worry about until next turn. So the Trickster did end up doing something here. I'm still a little bit... I don't know how I feel about the Trickster. A lot of times it is a little but sometimes it's great. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's see if the guy has a Fatal Push. They do have a Fatal Push. One of the best 1-drop... Or not 1-drop, but 1-drop removers, 2-drop removers, etc., etc. Alright, so we get into our Tyrant here. I mean, again, though, I've said this many times on the channel, though, but, like, with the Explorer cards, they have those animations. I really do miss those. I mean, those are really, really nice. They just don't have those anymore. Tyvar is... Okay, Tyvar is good, because they're gonna milk... No, nothing. Okay, thank goodness. But Tyvar with these, like, Deathrite Shamans and whatnot, I'm not a big fan, because they can do some pretty bad things to us. Do I want to go for the Seafloor Oracle, or do I want to go for Collected Company? I think I do want to get rid of Tyvar, just because giving things haste, I don't know what their deck really has. I've never really played against this kind of deck. Not an Explorer, anyway. Tyvar, Deathrite Shaman, etc., etc. So let's go in for our Mist-Cloaked Herald and a Hexcatcher. Okay. Collected Company is pretty much like a must-have. I mean, Collected Company I know for Angels as well. We could go for the tie. I don't really care if they block though. So I'm actually gonna, yeah, okay. I was gonna say we could tap one of our own Merfolks to make them unblockable, but I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I really mind if they would have done that, because they can't go for -2. So I don't know. Maybe I should have. Man, it doesn't really matter because they didn't block anyway. All right, let's see what you got here. The otherworldly gaze. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not really sure what they got going on here, because I haven't seen anything that's like worth getting alarmed about. Boss's Oracle, Finder, Deathrite Shot. Yeah, they don't really have anything. Like, I'm not really feeling threatened. So we got the Mutavault. Mutavault, of course, counting as a Merfolk is wonderful for our tribal strategy. Let's go ahead and drop the Seafloor Oracle. Let's just drop it. Why not? I mean, if they have one form of removal, if it's a 2-drop, we can just kind of hex catch it, and I don't really care that much about it. We could make so yeah, we could make you unblockable, but again, I don't really care. Just if you want to block me, go ahead and block me. Another otherworldly gaze. Okay, I just don't know what they've got to have something at some point worth like milling. I guess it's not milling, but you know what I mean. Surveil 3. I mean, they're gazing, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know what they're gazing into, but it's not really working. Alright, we're gonna take, they do not chump block, which is fine with me. Seafloor Oracle is going to grab us 2 cards, and looking good. Got a Merfolk Trickster, don't have enough mana to activate it, but next turn is looking pretty good. Again, if they drop anything super crazy, we just counter it with the Hexcatcher. And, oh my gosh, they are really gazing into that other world. I mean, they are. I don't know what you're. Still, really nothing. I search for Azcanta. I mean, I'm just confused. Like, what's the point of this? So they're gonna exile a target land. Okay. So here we go. Maybe they're just trying to get something crazy going here. And Herald Unites. They are tapped out. They are tapped out. So we can just use the Hexcatcher here. We're gonna get rid of the 1-drop. That makes the most sense. But that's just a hard counter. Like, we're good. Yeah, this is looking like really good. This is actually pretty sick here with the Silvergill Adept. We can drop this. I want to see if we can draw into something else a little bit crazy here, in case it was like a collected company. But now we even have a Tyvar stand with protection. Swing on in, and with the freaking Seafloor Oracle, we're gonna make 3 draws, and we have so much card advantage here that it is pretty much lights out. We even got the Mindsinger, which actually is relevant. We could steal their Deathrite Shaman. It's close. I'm probably gonna lean nah. I didn't even swing in with the Mutavault because it's not lethal. I just kind of want to save our stuff here. We got a Merfolk Trickster and a Tyvar stand. I don't think I missed lethal there, right? No, Mutavault. I don't think I could like buffed up or anything. Okay, and I think we might as well flash in the Hexcatcher. I mean, sure. We already have one, so we could, again, there's no way they could drop anything crazy. I think we're gonna win this. I'm just trying to think like really like over the top careful, like what could they possibly have that could swing the tide of this game with the Merfolks, but I don't think there really is. Let's go ahead and drop the Singer, and we're gonna steal this Deathrite Shaman. They can just tap it out before they give it to us, which is fine. I don't really care. If we just clear the path, I think this is just about it. So they're gonna gain 2 life. That's fine. Sure. We still have lethal on board and a protection spell with the Tyvar stand. So I guess we could have. Well, I guess we could go for. I guess we won't go for the Mutavault. I just don't think it really matters. And they just scoop it up. Merfolks doing work. Player 70408. How are we doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this. We got 2 heralds. We'll be all right. A little bit. We're definitely on the more aggressive side of our curve. Last few matches have been a little bit slower, but this one we got the straight aggro going today. So let's go for the breeding pool. I'm pretty much comfortable with doing that. Getting the speaker out, it's pretty much just a 2/2 vanilla, but in a deck where we do want to be aggressive, I think a 2/2 vanilla Merfolk that can get boosted by other Merfolks, I think it's pretty good. Here we go. Speaking of boosts, there we go. We do get into the lovely Mistbinder. And I'm going to drop this over the Silvergill Adept, just because we can go for the Adept next turn in case we want to get our land drop. I think that's the best move. Let's go and get, nice, look at that. A 1-drop 3/3 vanilla. At that point, a 3/3 for 1. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so this is going to be mono red. Let's see what you got here. Definitely gonna be mono red here. I love those are really nice. I think there's like all 5 of the planeswalkers. I think I have them as well, but they're very nice. All right, I still think we're gonna elect to go with the Adept. So the Tyrant is good, obviously, but I think the Tyrant kind of wants a wide board, whereas rather I think playing 2 little weenies here is probably a little bit better. So I'm going to elect to do this. No more Mistbinder to bump everything up, but we do have a Hexcatcher, and that's the way Merfolks work. They just like buff everything up. Almost like elves, but not quite. So Enact. Okay, at least they're tapped out, so I don't have to worry about anything too crazy here. Now I'm just trying to think of how I want to play this, because there's multiple things we could do. We could go for Warden of the Waves, or we could go for the Tyrant. We can actually flash in. The Hexcatcher has flash, so if I swing in, we could force them to trade their Enacts where they otherwise wouldn't. I'm hoping they take our Speaker. Hopefully they take the Speaker, because then we can just +1/+1. And then they just chump block. But if they block the Adept, okay, they're gonna block the Adept, which sucks. I'm still gonna do this though to take the trade. But now we both die. That would have been really good if they would have just taken the Speaker. But we get a one little Satar that can't block anyway, and we just drop a Mistbinder. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. See what you got for me. A Feldon? Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, I don't even think they're even gonna swing in, because like, why would they? Oh, you're gonna swing in. I mean, I'm not blocking, no way. I could take the Herald and block the Satar, but like, I mean, I'm sure they like what? Yeah, I don't know what they have. They have something. And they go for this Lightning Strike. I think I'm actually going to sacrifice the Herald for this. I know that this is a 2/2, which is kind of nice, but they are tapped out. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I'd rather just keep my Hexcatcher. Just in case they have that dreaded Embercleave, I would rather just go ahead and keep the Hexcatcher. Let's go ahead and drop. Let's drop the Warden of the Waves here. We don't hold up Tyvar stand this way, but they're down to 4. Like, I don't even really know if it's gonna matter at that point. So any sort of spot removal on the Warden of Waves, we're just gonna absorb that up. And I'm just trying to do the math here. I mean, even if they can, because even if they have Embercleave, we can just counter it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can just do a double clutch shot. Monstrous Rage. That's fine. We have 14 life. So whatever they do here, they only have 2 more cards. And even if they get crazy, we just block them out. So Embercleave, they are tapped out. They're tapped out, and this is going to be game, because you can't do anything. I'm going to go ahead and counter the Embercleave. And again, they're tapped out. They can't pay 1. It's just a measly little 1. Sacrifice the little 1 drop here, and this is it. Yeah, that is it. GG's. Eldar said, how you doing here? How you doing here? Let's go ahead. I'm feeling good about this one. We got the Seafloor Oracle and the Hexcatcher. Ooh, a Thoughtseize. All right, let's see if they take away. I would think they take away probably the Hexcatcher. I think Hexcatcher is probably the strongest play we have. Or maybe, yeah, I see they're highlighting the Seafloor Oracle. I don't know. If Seafloor Oracle is not that played, so maybe I don't know what they're doing here. I mean, they're taking their time here. I don't blame you. I mean, you gotta take it. You know, maybe they're not familiar with Merfolks. I don't think Merfolks are like super popular, so they do end up taking the Hexcatcher, but we replace it with a Collected Company, and that might just be good enough. Let's go for the Mist. I'm usually pretty cool, unless I'm playing like, I think Aggro is a lot less prevalent in Historic, so Historic and Explorer. So I'm pretty cool at just paying the life for the breeding pool. If they wait, yeah, Virtual Persistence is actually pretty good. Like any sort of like a stereotypical 1-drop remover is not really that bad, but the Virtual Persistence is a 2-for-1 essentially, so that actually is pretty bad. We don't really have a turn 3 play either, so hopefully we get into something. Gifted Aetherborn, okay. 2/3 Death Touch Lifelink. This thing's pretty good. It also is, oh gosh, not good for us, because we don't have a turn 4 play. We do have a lot of firepower later with the Collected Company, but right now we're not. I think what our best move here is definitely going to be going for Collected Company. Hopefully we can get at least 2 threats, and then we play the Seafloor Oracle and hold up a Tyvar stand on turn 5. That is going to be the best way. We get a lot of land here, but that's okay. I'm just going to pass the turn. Let's wait till we get the Collected Company to see what we do. The best thing that we could have is like a Mindsinger with one of our buffs. We have 2 ways that we can bit +1/+1 on the Mindsinger, and then we just take over the Aetherborn. That would be preferable. Well, I guess, yeah, you kind of just map that out. I probably should have played that if I'm going to do that. So I feel pretty stupid if that happens. So there's our mind. Okay, we don't. So we have the Mindsinger, but we don't have one of the buffs. But if we had one of the buffs, we could have taken over the Aetherborn, and we would have taken unnecessary damage. So hindsight's 2020. I'm kind of glad I didn't do that. I even said I don't know what I was thinking there. Gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. Of course you know. Of course you know. Got the Gengar coffee mug. I think I'll need a little bit more because I'm kind of sleepy. All right, so they're gonna take the Fatal Push, kill our Herald. That's fine. It's better than the Mindsinger. And there's a Murderous Rider. Ugh. Okay. So they get rid of both of our collected company targets, but they are down to one card in their hand, and we are really getting flooded, man. Oof. We still dropped the Seafloor Oracle, and we got the Tyvar stand, but we're gonna need something else that's not a land. We're getting a little too much land here for an aggressive deck. We still have the Tyvar stand in case they have one last Murderous Rider or something. So we're gonna let this go through. If they attack, I mean, we can't block, but they have Death Touch. We're not using Tyvar stand just to bounce. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Trying to think what they can have here. They do have one card in their hand, and it's a Shelly. Okay, a Shelly. Yeah, I don't love that. We're gonna need a little bit of help here. If I swing in with the Seafloor Oracle, though, okay, a Mistbinder is pretty good. I mean, that definitely helps out a little bit. I think. Now, what are we gonna do here? How are we gonna map this out? If I drop the Mistbinder, and I think I'm gonna go for. Well, I can't go for Mutavault. Or can I? No, I can't. I can't go for Mutavault and kick up the Seafloor Oracle to 5 power with the Tyvar stand this way. So this is going to be the move. Maybe I should have went for the Mutavault to get an extra draw, but I don't know. Nah, I don't know if that was the right move. Either way, let's go ahead and take our Tyvar stand, and we're going to pump this up. I guess it doesn't really matter. They're chump blocking, so I guess we might as well hold up one extra land, and I'm going to put this into full control next turn to make them think I have another Tyvar stand. We do live with our Oracle, but we don't get the draw, which is unfortunate, but let's go ahead and put this on full control, just so they think that we have another Tyvar stand with our Dreamroot Cascade. I mean, we do have one card in our hand. They might be, you know, very plausible that we could have that, because we didn't play it, so I love bluffing. I love bluffing. It's my favorite part. It's just a silly island, but we're going to pretend like it's not. So let's see if they... Oh, Invoke Despair. Ouch. I mean, do I want... Oh, we could get rid of our Mutavault. I guess it's a little bit more sneaky. Maybe... yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know. Maybe I should have goofed up. Maybe I should have got rid of my Mutavault, but the Mutavault is a little bit sneakier here. Maybe they're not really expecting it, so let's swing in with the Mutavault. I guess we do have to pay for it, so I think I probably should have given up the Mutavault instead, but that's okay. Can't cry over spilt milk. Let's go ahead and take our 2 draws from our Seafloor Oracle. The Seafloor Oracle has been pretty gosh darn good. I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with how the Seafloor Oracle has been. It's pretty basic, like just do combat damage, draw, but been pretty good. We do go a little bit wide now. We are down to 4 life, so we have to be very, very careful if they do go for Virtue of Persistence, which they do. So we do get 1 turn to kind of breathe, but they're going to bring back a Sheldred. Sheldred's going to come back, and that's what I'm not loving here. So, oh man, an Adept. I think let's wait until we play the Adept, because this is where Adept's not that good. This is why I'm only running 3 instead of 5, because obviously we don't have one, and I don't really want to pay 5 for it, so... Okay, I'm gonna swing all. I'm guessing they're tapped out, so like even if they do trade, yeah, I know we're gonna lose one here. It's not great, but we get 3 draws this way. We're gonna have to be aggressive because that Virtue of Persistence is gonna win them the long run. So we have hopefully we get some stuff. Okay, this is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Let's drop the Adept, and because now we have stuff in our hand, I'm gonna go ahead and just reveal one. We're gonna play everything here, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see what we draw into another Mistbinder. Okay, so let's go for Mist. This is actually pretty good. Let's drop Mistbinder. Let's drop the Speaker, and let's drop the Herald. And now we're pretty wide here. We do have 4 life, but, you know, I wish we had one last untapped, then we could put a +1/+1 on everything, but if we, I don't think we're even going to be able to go for the Tyrant and draw a card with 3 untapped Merfolk, because if they swing in here, it's not looking great. So we're going to have to block something. I guess we can just trade, though. That's not that big of a deal. I think it just comes down to what they have in their hand. Liliana. Okay, I'm assuming they don't make me discard. I'm assuming they're going to just sacrifice a creature.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
Sacrifice. Okay, okay. This is hard though, because I mean, every time when I draw, I don't know how we're gonna win this, because now even if we kill Shelly, no, I don't, because no matter what we do, we're gonna have to draw. Even if we attack with the Oracle and we lose 2 life every time we draw, they're gonna swing with this Aetherborn too. So, oof. Okay, let's probably just go with the Mist-Cloaked Herald. Okay, let's just go for the Mist-Cloaked Herald there. If they swing in, it just depends if they have more removal. If they have another form of removal, we might just have to take it. I mean, how are we gonna get rid of the Shelly though? The Shelly is the biggest problem. Because if we just go for lethal, I mean, we have 4 life. Like, we're going to have to do something here. Just trying to think. What can we top deck is going to be the question. I mean, if they have another form of removal, I'm not really sure why they're waiting. I mean, they should just play it and then swing in, right? Murderous Rider on them. Yeah. Dang it. Man, I was kind of... Oh. Man, dang. I think they're just going to swing in now, right? And then I'm going to be forced to chump block, and this is going to be really yucky. They don't swing in. I think that's a mistake. I don't think it really matters. We're probably going to lose anyway, but they should swing in here, because then I would just have to chump block, because every time I draw, I lose 2 life. But nevertheless, let's see. A Speaker's not going to do it, because we can't go for lethal this turn. And again, with the Shelly, man, Shelly really took the wind out of our sails here, just because, I mean, we can't draw. Like, we can hold up the board as much as we want, but now we can't draw because we have 2 life. Very, very unfortunate, but let's drop the Speaker here. Mutavault, yeah. We're just gonna go ahead and swing in. Just say, hey, good match. Yeah. I'm really liking this deck though. I think the composition of like the Oracle and whatnot is really, really good. Unfortunately, Shelly is just an absolute beast. Like, that 2 life off every single draw is gonna end up winning them the game. But if they just didn't have that, I don't know. We might have had a shot, but yeah. So they're gonna go ahead and do this. It does not matter, unfortunately. We're just gonna get some draws going. Yeah, get them down to 7. They get the lifelink, and we get 4 Seafloor Oracle. Let's give them a good game, and that's basically going to be it, because, yeah, let's just go ahead and, yep, 2 life. Dang. GG's. L, how we doing here? Hopefully I give you an L, because I don't know, I'm still reeling over that last L. Oof. That was a good one, though. And Sheldred's just going to stand the test of time, I guess. Let's go ahead and drop the breeding pool. Yeah, not too much else going on here. The Silvergill Adept, pretty awesome card. Late game, it is pretty brutal, just because you typically don't have any more in your hand. But so no, I think we're gonna go for that. We can go for Mutavault, but then we can't go for the Trickster. But I'm only running 2 Tricksters, just because the Trickster, a lot of times it's better late game anyway, so I don't really love going for Trickster. I'm going to go ahead and show them the Seafloor Oracle. That might be the least relevant, or it could be the most relevant. I don't even really know right now, so let's go ahead and show them the Seafloor Oracle. I think the Hexcatcher and the Trickster have Flash, so they have more of a surprise element, so I guess we might as well reveal the Oracle, which we have to play at sorcery speed anyway. So nothing doing just yet. Okay. I mean, we could go for Mutavault and then go for Speaker, or we could just go for Hexcatcher. It's a little bit risky. I think I'm going to do it. If they do have Make Disappear, it is what it is. We can still play a Speaker. So we won't be, yeah, okay, and Make Disappear does suck, but we won't come out empty-handed from this turn. Let's go ahead and get our damage in, play down the Speaker. Yeah, this is okay. Next turn, we'll try to go for the Oracle. Yeah, I think our hand pretty much plays itself right here, especially versus control. We have to be as aggressive as possible. We're not going to win a marathon versus control. We're going to win the sprint. So let's try to sprint. Let's go for our lovely Seafloor Oracle, who I've been pleasantly surprised with the Seafloor Oracle. It's been pretty good. Again, not too flashy. Just draw a card whenever something deals damage. It's a 4-drop, which is a little hefty. Absorb, yeah, Absorb is unfortunate, but like I said, I have been very, very fortunately surprised with the Seafloor Oracle. Okay, that comes in tapped, which is kind of nice, but Trickster's not really gonna do it. I think our hand, yeah, let's just drop the Mutavault. The Mutavault, obviously being a Merfolk, does help out our cause of the Merfolk tribal. Down to 11, and I can go for the Merfolk Trickster and flash it in just in case they wipe the board. Okay. Yeah, if they go for Supreme Verdict or Shatter the Sky, Supreme Verdict can't be countered. Shucky darn, I was going to counter that too. They're lucky. Okay, Lotus Field. Usually with the Lotus Field, they have like that strict proctor thingy. I think that's what it's called. Very broken combo. But they actually do have to sacrifice this way. Let's go ahead and flash our Merfolk Trickster. And we're hopefully not a land. Tyvar stands okay. It's okay. Anything is better than a land. And they're tapped out. So I think I'm actually going to go for Mutavault. And I'm just going to use this Tyvar stand to pump it up. I'm not going to use this for protection. We've got 3 leftover mana sources here for 3 extra power. I'm just going to do this. Let's go ahead and hit them for 7. Drop them to 4. Yeah, if they have removal, they have removal. But we have to put damage on the board. You're never, words of Mana Man, you're never going to win a marathon versus control when you're playing aggro. You got to be fast. It's just that simple. To Fury, so they're not going to remove the Trickster. They're gonna do the draw and untap the Lotus Field, which makes sense considering that gives them 3 sources of mana, and they pretty much. Oh, this is rough. Well, like I said, another Mutavault is not good, but let's go for Mutavault here. We got to. We do have lethal. But we gotta win the sprint. We gotta win the sprint. If they've got, I mean, they have 5 mana sources here. Probably not gonna work, but we gotta try. Memory Deluge. Okay, so they don't have it. I mean, they're searching for an answer. We do have, we take it. No marathons for you.